Hey everybody, this is Whitney with RedBridge Capital Consulting. And just a reminder, what we do is offer consulting and training services on how to trade order flow and how to analyze the markets from an institutional perspective. What we bring to the table is over 15 years of experience and the know-how I learned while working on the inside of the largest investment banking and trading firms in the world. And what I wanted to introduce you to today is something you've probably never heard of, because it's one of the largest, most secretive trades that happens around every time this year in the crude oil markets. And it's called the Hacienda Headstream. And it's done by the Mexican government. And this trade has basically the ability to put in a floor, which is it limits any kind of downside risk. But it also puts in a ceiling, which limits any kind of upside potential in the crude markets. But knowing this allows you to trade with confidence in the direction of institutional money flow. So what I've been doing is every single year, I've been using each one of these floors. Each floor here, as you can see, happened at 29, at 46, and next possible time is 65. And what we do there, the benefit there, is we come into the markets every single day. We don't have to worry about getting short the market. All we need to do is understand that there's a level that the crude oil markets will most likely not trade through, so that every single time that we get a pullback to that level, we can go ahead and buy. And this is going to be applicable to scalps, swing trades, position trades, you name it, all kinds of trades. And this is exactly what we teach. And what this means is the last thing you want to be doing is shorting any kind of market that has a floor in it, that with a very large institutional sponsorship. A sponsorship basically means that they're going to defend that level with everything they've got, because it's such a substantial portion of the bank revenues. Okay, so let me leave you with these two quotes from two very successful people. One, Ray Dalio of Bridgewater, one of the largest hedge funds in the world, says, "You can win, but you can't do it trying to beat the pros at their own game." And by Tony Robbins in this book, Money is a Game, you've got to learn how to become an insider. You need to know the rules of the game before you play the game. Otherwise, the person with experience is going to end up with your money. And that's exactly what I bring to the table, is the experience. So it's probably safe to assume that when you're listening to this, you probably haven't been through the type of experience that I've had trading on some of the largest trading floors and for some of the largest investment banks in the world. And what I want to bring to you is that inside knowledge, that inside experience, and get you to focus not only on lagging indicators, but institutional money flow, and not just regular order flow or tape reading, but institutional money flow is what drives the market. And so what we're looking to do is we're trying to get you into a position where you're taking advantage of those that aren't in the know, from information that you've discerned from a guy like me that's been on the inside. This will allow you to make calls in all markets, any markets, whether it's cryptocurrencies, stocks, ETFs, Forex, futures, fine wine, collectible cars, you name it. Here's a quick recent example of one of the opportunities that you could do for yourself and learn how to identify when institutional money flow is coming in before they're actually announcing it. Here's a perfect example. April 9th, I timestamped on Twitter. You can follow me, by the way, and I'll give you that at RedBridge Capital on Twitter here. At RedBridge Capital, CAPIT, capital L. But I say here on April 9th, we are very close to seeing a huge bull run in the energy oil space. And if that happens, that's a huge tax to American people. Price of oil at that time was at $62. As of today, we're looking at $71.89. On April 10th, the day after, I said, I'm only going to say this once. Crude is cleared for takeoff to $80. Now, if you have that kind of insight, it's probably safe to assume you're going to do better than listening to guys who are waiting for banks and trading firms to tell them what to do. As of today, May 10th, we see here that oil at $100 is a possibility next year, Bank of America says. Now, I have a question for you. Wouldn't it be better to own oil near 62 versus buying it now near 72? And in fact, what they're doing is they're propping up oil so that in fact, they can put on the Hacienda trade hedge. And the way that they do that is by creating volatility, creating volume, creating fear and greed, that you end up chasing oil at 72 when in fact they're putting on a collar and they're going to cap it anytime soon. So the fact that you are chasing markets using lagging indicators probably isn't working that great for you. And what I'm recommending is that what you should do now, follow me on RedBridge at RedBridge Capital. Go to my website, redbridgecapitalconsulting.com. If you are just beginning your training journey, we have the self-study course, IMF Tracker. Great place to get started. If you've been trading on and off for the last few years with really break even to no true success, learn how to truly trade from the perspective of an insider. Learn from that experience. Otherwise, that person with experience is going to take your money. I hope this helps, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.